I pledge
I pledge
allegiance
allegiance
to the flag of the
To the
to
United
the
flag
flag
of the
of the
United
United
States
States
of
of
America,
America
States, one nation,
and
and
to the
to the
republic
republic
for which
this
it
for which it
stands,
stands,
and justice
one
one
for
nation,
nation,
under God,
under God,
indivisible, with liberty
indivisible,
and
with
justice for
liberty
all.
and justice for all. Thank you, board. Before we approve the agenda, I want to uh, allow Jason Adams a moment. Director Adams.
Thank you. As people that are viewing online can see, I'm wearing a City of O'Fallon logoed polo shirt, which is my employer. I'm currently at work, but because of the nature of this meeting, I've clocked out and I'm using this time as my lunch. So this is not this meeting is not taking place during my work time. Thank you, President Blair.
Thank you, Director Adams. Board, I have a motion to approve the agenda for July 15th, 2026 as presented.
So moved.
So moved. Second.
I heard McGuire, and then I can't see everybody's faces on my phone. Who is the second? Grider for the second. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. Motion passes. Board, I have a motion to approve the contract for First Onsite to complete the remediation work necessary at Warren Elementary.
So moved.
Director
Second.
Adams.
Second.
Vice President Grider. Art Delaney.
Board, thank you for joining this meeting today. As you are aware, we are scheduling this meeting pursuant to State Statute 610.020 in order to seek approval to do work to prevent or minimize disruption in our school services. Board, we have identified mold at Warren Elementary. Currently, we have deployed air scrubbers and dehumidifiers as we have sought opinions from environmentalists to better understand the scope of the work necessary to remediate and clean the environment to provide a safe overall environment for our students and staff. Administration created an RFP and sought 3 vendor bids. This afternoon, we are seeking the board's approval to enter into an agreement with the identified selected vendor, First Onsite, which is the low-cost responsible bidder. In order to begin this work, we are requesting that the board approve this recommendation of administration so that a targeted completion date of August 4th, 2026 can be achieved. Upon approval, administration will have a member of the staff from the vendor, First Onsite, and an environmentalist from Pynchon at the Thursday, July 16th, 2026 Board of Education meeting. There, the environmentalists can answer questions from the board specifically about testing protocols, procedures, and the opening of the building to staff and students. Also, a member of the remediation staff will be there to answer any questions the board has regarding remediation, cleaning practices, and others to ensure a safe environment for students and staff. We will continue to update families and staff as we move forward over the next few weeks and as we get information from these 2 providers. With that, board, I'll turn it over to you to see if you have any questions before we move on.
Any questions, board?
Is this a guaranteed success and finish date for this price?
Kevin, I would say I don't know that anyone can guarantee success or the finish date. I think that's what we put in our RFP to try to hold a vendor to that. But as they dig into the work, we could find some things that are unexpected. But August 4th is our targeted date.
Does that mean costs could increase, or is this the total price regardless of future findings?
No, it certainly does mean that costs could increase based upon what is found. But I think in our conversation,
Kevin froze, but we go ahead and answer the question.
Yeah, but I think it is our belief that we provided a good scope of work for the vendor, and I think they plan to hold to that bid that was submitted.
Thank you. Thank you for Vice President Grider for using the hand emoji that allows me to see questions. So Vice President Grider and then Director Adams.
Thank you. I just wondered, I saw in the bids too, just a mention of the asbestos survey or whatever. Do we have that to provide, or do we know if that's something additional that we need to plan for?
Dr. Greider, I'm going to let Mr. Allison answer that question.
Hi.
I'm looking into our records right now. The date that that building was constructed, the normal procedure was that asbestos containing materials are not used in construction. And there should be a letter in them documents stating that. When you have construction now, there's always a letter attached to the project that asbestos containing materials are not used in that project. And the date of that build falls into that time frame.
Okay, thanks for that. Yeah, I'm just assuming if we don't have that on file or readily available to provide, that they would have to do that as validation or certification or whatever as well. So I didn't know if there was any idea how much that might cost or if that would extend the timeline to anything concerning.
And that is very normal verbiage in the contracts for this type of work. And it's in there in case the work gets invasive. They need that information. This this project, it's not going to be very invasive. I don't think they're going to need that information because they're not. It's not invasive. They're not blowing
Okay.
anything up. It's basically cleaning.
Okay, thanks.
Director Adams.
Thank you. I know that this is the lowest bid, just because that mold obviously has some pretty significant safety implications. I just want to verify that this was also the best bid, and you guys had appropriate amount of time to call references to make sure that this company is up to the task of ensuring that the mold will be removed and pose no health risks.
Director Adams, I would say that this company is also one of our insurance music's preferred vendors. We know that they do good work. I believe, Dan, you've shared we've done work with them in the past. We believe that the work is complete and the proposal that they have submitted should encompass what we are looking for and provide that atmosphere and get us that clean bill before we bring students and staff back.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Director Dillard.
I just want to make sure that we're communicating what's going on to families in the community as far as what's going on with Warren. How have we done that? Like, what's that look like for now?
Yeah, I would say that we sent out a communication to all Warren families today. Additionally, Principal Megan Beckham sent out communication to her entire staff today.
Okay. Director Oki.
Thank you. Will this have any impact over teachers who need access to the building prior to the school year? A lot of teachers like to come in and get started on their classrooms and preparing. Will this prevent them from being able to do that? And for how long?
Yeah, we're very hopeful that we're going to be able to, and the vendor will be able to adhere to the August 4th timeline. While the work is going on, yes, you are correct. We will not be allowing people into the building while the work is proceeding, but an August 4th completion date should give all of our staff adequate time prior to the school year to be in the building.
And so, Superintendent Delaney, are you saying that there will be a declaration of safety and that any kind of access into the building will be limited until that declaration happens?
Essentially, yes. So Pynchon will at some point go back in to do their air quality test, and we will get information from them that the mold has essentially been remediated.
Treasurer McGuire.
I'm sorry if this is out there and I haven't seen it, but this is coming at me very fast. Is this coming out of an existing budget because this is not insignificant cost? Is that going to stop other work, or is this going to be an increase to the budget we just approved?
I think at this point, we would say that we're working with our insurance companies. We don't know what part of this will be or won't be covered out of insurance budget and what will be covered out of staff budget, but we'll have to relook at our capital budget for the year and where we're able to maybe use some of those budgetary items, and we may have to replace some things that we had previously planned. I would also say we have a budget surplus. So it's not that if we have a surplus in case we need monies, and this is certainly one of those areas where a surplus would come in handy.
Director Adams.
I know that the emphasis is on the mold right now, but has a plan been discussed about checking over electronic equipment where the humidity may have caused corrosion or other damage that we would want to investigate prior to staff or student use?
Director Adams, I can't say that we've thought or I have thought into that yet, but that's something certainly I can work with Dan Allison and also members of our technology team to get a better understanding of that.
Thank you.
Treasurer McGuire.
Go back to what you said, Mark. You said we have a budget surplus. We have a cash reserve for emergencies. We are deficit spending, correct? So we would not have a budget surplus. Or am I misunderstanding?
You are correct in that manner that we are deficit spending this year, but we do have district reserves if we would have to do that. But I think the first thing that we would do is analyze our capital budget to better understand if we can reallocate some things.
Just to make sure if everyone watches this, we're not saying we have surplus money. We have
Correct.
reserves and
Correct.
our emergency money. Basically. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that clarification. Other questions? One last question for Mr. Delaney for me. Can you share like the importance why we're doing this as an emergency meeting today versus having it at tomorrow's meeting? Or also, how quickly did you find out that it was mold, and how quickly did you respond to get requests for proposals and then to call this meeting? Can you share that quick timeline?
Absolutely. So we began to become aware of some things at the beginning of last week, right as we were entering the July 4th holiday weekend. We had individuals on site that Monday after the holiday weekend that came in with, the auto scrubbers and the dehumidifiers and started that process while we were seeking some additional information from environmentalists to better know what the plan of action was. The reason for the emergency meeting is directly related to Director Olkey's question, which is, we want to get the environment in a place where we are able to allow students and staff back into that building. We know that by engaging with the board today, we believe our vendor will be on site tomorrow and ready to go and start that work immediately. And we know at this time of the year, every day matters.
Yes. And then, so last night you received, was the RFPs at 5 p.m. and then we kind of called this meeting within like an hour. Was that accurate?
Correct. So we received the RFPs yesterday evening. We began to analyze them. And then that is when we decided that we needed to move forward with this emergency meeting.
Gotcha. So for anybody who's watching this, who's wondering why we're having this as a special exception with maybe less eyes, that's not the point at all. We want to direct eyes into this conversation, open session, transparent and understandable as possible. But by working quickly and promptly, gathering the board for the emergency board meeting, we're able to add additional days to First Onsite's ability to meet the deadlines to get not only kids in school on time, but also to get the staff there ahead of time for their needs too. So that's what the importance. Also, I think, Mark, you shared with me that the idea was to do this publicly versus another version, just because we wanted to be overwhelmingly transparent with this purchase and approval. Is that correct?
Say that's correct, and that's also why we sought out three requests so that we could be transparent.
Thank you for that. Director Dillard?
Just a quick question and follow up. Has vacation station been happening in that building during this? Like, have any students been in the building prior to discovery of this? Like,
No, due to the work that was already going to take place there this summer, there was no students in the building.
Good. I just wanted to clarify that. Thank you.
Great question. Thank you, Director Dillard. Any other questions, board? seeing that there's no other questions, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any
Right.
opposed? Any opposed to say nay? The motion passes. Thank you very much, board, for your ability to come together for this meeting just a few hours after being requested. I appreciate your flexibility and your commitment. So, board, I have a motion to adjourn open session.
So moved.
Second,
Vice President Greider, I couldn't tell the second.
Dillard,
Director Dillard. Yep.
Director Dillard. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed say nay. Motion passes. Again, thank you very much to the board. Thank you, Superintendent Delaney and your team for responding quickly so we can do what's best for students. Thank you very much.
thank you, board.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.